My best friend and I had just moved into a house at the end of a long street in an urban town. We got an awesome deal on the place. It was a 2-story colonial with a huge bay window and 3 rooms. We got it for such a steal, and the old man who sold it to us seemed just as ecstatic to get it off his hands as we were to receive it. It seemed a little strange that he would want to sell such a nice place. After a few days of living in the house, we still hadn't set up much. There were boxes and random pieces of furniture scattered across the whole house, except for in the master bedroom, which had a small drop cloth and numerous different paint pans lying about. We'd agreed that we'd live in the smaller rooms and use the bigger one as a sort of study or a library. One day, as I looked out, I noticed that the road gave way to a forest with a large dead-end sign standing as a warning. Well, I mean, it was kind of obvious there was a forest, but I was just too excited and busy to notice it. I thought it was quite pretty, but there was a big ugly chain-link fence blocking the way. I noticed that there was a small hole in the middle of the fence at the bottom, as if something had dug its way under the fence, and had continued to do so since there was no evidence of plant life in the area. The next day, my friend and I had all but finished painting the study. It was a hot summer's day, so we voted to order Chinese food as opposed to cooking, and we opened some windows. The neighbourhood we were in was safe enough anyways. We finished the Chinese food, and, like the slobs that we were, just left the boxes on the drop cloth in the master bedroom, amongst all of the different coloured paint pans. That night, right when I was between sleep and consciousness, in limbo, I heard a scurrying sound. I thought it was just my imagination, and I looked to my friend. We were sharing a room at the time. She was out. So, I shut my eyes. I was in that kind of limbo again, as I said earlier, when I heard a click sound. The window was open, so I assumed that the wind had just knocked the partially closed door loose a few moments later. A few moments later, there was another click. My eyes opened, and the door was closed. Must have been my tired mind playing tricks, so I just drifted off back to sleep. The next day I awoke to the strangest sight. I'd lumbered tiredly into the master bedroom to find that our containers of Chinese food were ripped to shreds. Not only that, but there were footprints. Not human. It looked like those of a huge rat. There was a whole set, as if the creature was on 4 legs. My heart pounding as I followed them. They changed into a pair of 2 tracks, as if the creature stood on its hind legs when nearing the door, and there was a red paw print on the handle. I felt a sick, sinking feeling as I followed them down the stairs and out the front door. They went all the way into the dead end and then faded as they went through the hole under the fence into the forest. We moved out of the house that day, and we had a new buyer within the week. They asked us about any problems with the house. We told them no. Well, we said since you're so close to the forest that there's a small rodent problem